Today we'll try to understand the streaming. So why we need a streaming and how Spark is going to help us. If you think through the streaming, need of the streaming, take example one industry at a time. Let's say for example you are working on the truck industry, and those trucks are used to move item from one place to another place. And how you want to improve, let's say for example there is a possibility trucks are have some issue, mechanical issue, and you want to make sure that those information you are getting in advance, so you can fix those trucks and those trucks serviceability time can be improved, right? Or so that's where you are going to collect a different kind of information, and you want to do kind of analysis on the trucks, and how much time they are taking from reaching one place to another place, from A place to B place, and how you can improve after doing the data analysis. There are different use cases you can take from that. So for that, those IoT devices which are connected in the truck are continue sending data to you, and you want to utilize that. Or take Uber is the best example, where you are connected with the IoT devices, you are getting all these information real time, and that's where you are helping the customer. Or maybe third example, you take a retail industry where maybe let's say Amazon North America, right? You are collecting all the information from the customer and you want to fulfill the order on time, so you want to improve the customer experience, same time also you want to grow the business, so that's where you are going to collect a lot of real time data. So that is the background of the streaming. Now coming on the structure streaming. So structure streaming, why we are talking about. So Spark previously came with the D stream, but there are some issues on the D stream, because batch streaming has a different kind of API, D stream have a different kind of API. So Spark want to create a unified kind of streaming system, so that's where they came with the structure streaming. So how the structure streaming works, if you think this diagram, right? So what they say, okay, we have data of streams and we'll have unbounded tables. So basically any new stream comes, data comes, they will treat this as a record, they will append that into the table. Any new record flows as a stream, so they are going to add that into table. So that way it is talking about the data stream which is flowing in the unbounded tables. These are the input stream and in a unbounded tables, and then you can query on the data and you can stream in your container. You want to put this data into the blob, you can want to put in that in S3, any SDFS devices, easily you can stream the data. You can define what kind of mode you want. Let's say for example you want to append mode, so only new record whatever coming from system are going to be added on the table. If you want to updated mode, just the record which are getting updated will be updated on the tables. Complete mode, you are overwriting the table. So these are the mode you can define, and that way you can start your streaming. So advantage here is that so basically what we are saying that your batch API and the streaming API will be the similar kind of API. So this is your structure streaming. Some of the configuration you have to keep in mind. So let's say for example you want to do configure incremental batch processing. So let's say once you say Apache Spark provides a trigger once equal to true. So that is the one option you can provide. Option to process all new data from this source directory as a single macro batch. This trigger once the pattern ignore all the setting, which can lead to massive spill or out of memory error. Second, you can also put a option Databricks support trigger available equal to true. In a Databricks runtime 10.2 and above for Delta Lake and autoloader source, this functionality combines the batch processing approach for trigger once with the ability to configure batch size, resulting in multiple parallel batches that gives greater control for right sizing batches and the resultant file, right? And there is one more option if you want to put a time base, specify time based trigger. So basically what is happening, processing time equal to 10 seconds. So structure streaming refer to time based trigger interval as a fixed interval micro batches. Using the processing time keyword, specify a time duration as a string such as dot trigger processing time equal to 10 seconds. So basically what it's trying to say, if you want to like create time based trigger, use this parameter. If you want to use configure incremental batch processing, you can either use once equal to true or available equal to true. So these are the different configuration or intervals you can configure on structure streaming. So I hope you understand, right? So structure streaming talks about records are coming in the table and any new record is added in insert mode, and then you are going to maintain that into downstream destination. So this is your structure streaming. So next video what we'll see how like we'll give a demo, right, how this structure streaming works. And please watch to second video for this session. Thank you for watching.